Hello, I'm Holmes and this is my oral presentation for Psych 101. The topic I chose today was topic 3, on token economies, and whether or not token economies are effective in modifying classroom behaviour. The article that I chose was titled Behaviour Change and Perception of Change, and also evaluating the effectiveness of a token economy. It was published in the journal Child and Family Behaviour Therapy, and its authors were Reitman, Murphy, Hump, and O'Callaghan. So, just for a little background information on token economies are often used to control classroom behaviour. The authors of this study investigated the use of a token economy combined with the teacher's perceptions of any change in disruptive classroom behaviour. What was the reason or rationale for the experiment? For this study, it was to investigate the difference, if any, of individual or group strategies that would decrease the number of inappropriate behaviours in a classroom. What was the hypothesis? The hypothesis was that the use of a token economy at both the individual and whole class level will be effective in reducing violation of classroom rules compared to teacher strategies alone. Who were the participants? Across 14 Head Start classrooms in South Central USA, children were sampled according to behavioural criteria. The authors wanted a class that contained more than one child that met the criteria. A class of 17 children was chosen that had 3 children meeting the behavioural criteria. What task or materials were they presented with? Students used a token chart and a rewards target game containing various levels that children could move up or down. The token chart allowed for a visual performance record to be maintained as a Velcro ball, which is attached to the token chart. This could be moved up or down by the teacher to identify that a consequence had been given. The chart contained 7 upper levels represented by smiley faces that were growing in intensity and size, indicating good to excellent behaviour. The RTG, Rewards Target Game, consisted of a felt board with numbers on them from 1 to 10. Based on the performance of the students from the token chart. They could throw a Velcro ball at one of the 3 RTGs, which consisted of 3 levels based on the smiley faces from the target game. Behavioural observation also took place using red socks, and the Connors teaching rating scale was used by the teacher to assess the children throughout the program, although the teacher did also receive training about the token economy program itself. They then defined types of problem behaviours, which included disruptive behaviour, negative with the teacher, and negative with peer interaction. From that, all the data from all the categories were combined to form a single measure of disruptive behaviour, and the Connors teaching rating scale revised, it was used to assess inappropriate behaviour. What were the key results? There was a reduction in inappropriate behaviour when a token economy was used, both at an individual and group level. However, teacher ratings of the behaviour of the 3 targeted children did not change. When returned to baseline, problems behaviour increased, which indicated that it was the token economy that was responsible for the changes in behaviour that were observed. The teachers expressed concerns that some of the students changed to more inappropriate behaviour when the token economy was not in use. What did the researcher conclude from the results? The researcher concluded that using a token economy at both an individual and group level was similar in their effectiveness of reducing inappropriate behaviour. However, the teachers' ratings of the behaviour of the 3 targeted children did not change, meaning there was a discrepancy between observed inappropriate behaviour and the teacher's perception of behavioural change. Limitations of the study. There was quite a few limitations that occurred in this study. First of all, the children used were only mildly disruptive, although the authors acknowledged that the combined effects of their behaviours could be significant. There was also a lack of data on how or if the teacher changed with the intervention. The small sample size also makes the generalisation of the results in the future very difficult. The teacher's perceptions of behavioural issues can impact on the recording of inappropriate behaviour as either increasing or decreasing. The teachers would also differ in their definition of what an inappropriate behaviour really is. And although the data in this study did support the effectiveness of using a token economy at either the group or individual level, the results may not relate to children with more severe behavioural issues. Also, any further research must take into account the pre- and post-intervention changes in a teacher's behaviour. Given the small sample size and the fact that it is not representative of the characteristics of the population, there is a need for replication of studies similar to this one. Although, the biggest limitation would be whether a teacher changes their behaviour during the research. It makes it more difficult to determine any decrease in inappropriate behaviour as being due to the intervention used or the change in teacher behaviour. Although, in this study, the teacher did begin to praise once the intervention began to a much greater extent than prior to the intervention, which would have had a significant impact on these results. So what we've come up with from this article is that this study investigated the use of individual and classroom-based token economy strategies in reducing inappropriate behaviour by 3 target children in a classroom of 17 children. Results indication that both the group and individual approach were effective in reducing poor behaviour in the 3 target children. Interestingly, the teacher's rating of the target children's behaviour did not change. This supports other researchers suggesting teachers may not recognise changes in behaviour, especially if they have already formed a strong opinion on the child or the changes in behavioural are gradual. So that was my presentation for you today on are token economies effective in modifying classroom behaviour. Thank you for watching.